Feel our presence as a new era dawn for humanity. You've dreamed of a golden age. Guess what? It's finally here. Chaos may rage in the old systems, but a divine plan is unraveling behind the scenes. Today, I'm spilling the secrets of the quantum financial system, QFS, the game-changing next step in humanity's great awakening. A financial revolution is unlocking. You're on the edge of mind-blowing changes. For years, you've sensed the old debt slavery system was a trap set by the dark Cabal to keep you in fear and chains. You were right. For eons, a shadowy elite, the Cabal, the puppet masters, pulled the strings of global finance, spreading lack and manipulation. They thought their grip was unbreakable, but the light is crushing their power. Now witness the final liberation. The quantum financial system is not merely a new money technology. It is a divinely inspired transition of consciousness. It carries the frequency of truth, transparency, and equality. It is the next stage in humanity's awakening, a bridge between the old 3D matrix of limitation and the 5D reality of abundance that you are ascending into. This new system, your QFS, is built on light. Yes, literal quantum light and high frequencies, and will fundamentally change how society functions. No more will money be a tool of enslavement. It becomes a tool of empowerment. This is why we say with absolute certainty, the QFS is the financial arm of the Great Awakening. It is here to set you free, to raise the collective vibration by removing the weight of debt and scarcity from humanity's shoulders. Even now, many of you feel these changes energetically. Some have noticed that old timelines of financial worry are dissolving. This is real, dear ones. The QFS's introduction is being guided by higher consciousness. It comes on the wings of angels and ascended masters who have long envisioned a time when Earth's people would no longer be enslaved by paper currencies conjured out of nothing. I tell you truly, the time is now. The shift in your financial structures is already happening at the quantum level and soon will manifest openly in your physical world. This quantum financial system is the Great Awakening's next phase, an integral part of the divine plan to restore freedom on Earth. We of the Galactic Federation, along with enlightened ones among humanity, have worked tirelessly to bring this about. Rejoice, for you will soon see the end of lack and the beginning of global prosperity as a factual reality, quietly installing across the world. You might ask, if this is true, why don't I see it on the news? Where is this new system? I assure you, just because you do not see it on your televisions does not mean it isn't real. In truth, the quantum financial system has been quietly integrating into every nation's banking infrastructure for several years now. This has been a highly secretive operation for good reason. The old powers that controlled your central banks would have done anything to stop it. And indeed, they have tried every trick, every delay, every deception to hold on to their failing system. But they cannot stop what is divinely ordained. With stealth and precision, the Alliance of Light on Earth, a coalition of brave souls within governments, militaries, and even certain financial institutions, has worked in tandem with us to install the QFS in almost every country of your world. This effort has been led by key figures within the United States, that land carrying the destiny of rebirth and freedom because the US was the stronghold of the old Cabal banking system, and thus a pivotal point to initiate the new. Many courageous patriots in that country have devoted their lives to this rollout, even if they remain unsung heroes for now. Can you imagine it? A new financial infrastructure quietly activated behind the scenes, running parallel to the old SWIFT and central banking networks, but free of their control. That is exactly what is happening. In recent times, specific breakthrough events have already occurred. For example, certain advanced satellites in quantum technology have been linked with new blockchain-based financial ledgers. We see from our vantage that, by late August of your previous year, key integrations were completed, linking global communication satellites, quantum computing nodes, and asset-backed digital ledgers into one coherent system. This means that, as I speak, a secure and transparent flow of assets and information is operational worldwide on the new quantum rails, albeit in a mostly hidden state. The QFS has been quietly tested and interfaced within banks of numerous countries. I tell you, over 200 nations have at some point signed on to the new system, agreeing sometimes under gentle persuasion by the alliance to comply with standards of fairness, asset-backed currency, and debt forgiveness that the QFS will enforce. Many of these agreements were done quietly through diplomatic back channels, and even through spiritual channels. Yes, some national leaders have been contacted in their dream state, or higher self, to secure their cooperation with NESARA reforms. The result, An unprecedented global coordination is underway. The United States, working with enlightened leaders in BRICS and other alliances, has been at the forefront. It had to start there, where the central banking cabal had its deepest roots and then spread worldwide. Indeed, the USA is leading the charge, and other nations are following suit one by one. Perhaps you have noticed unusual news. Certain countries forgiving debts or adopting new gold standards quietly, or banks mysteriously merging or going offline briefly. These are hints of what is happening in the background. One by one, each country's financial system is being connected to the quantum financial system. It is like carefully rewiring a vast planetary circuit board without turning off the power entirely. A delicate operation that has been done in phases to minimize disruption. I can report that the final connections are now being made, and an event is approaching when the QFS will go fully online as the dominant system. This may very likely be triggered by a specific financial event or announcement, a sort of shock that will serve to switch over from the old SWIFT central bank system to the new quantum network in the blink of an eye. The stage is set, beloved ones. All the dominoes have been lined up across the planet. The United States and key partner nations have prepared everything needed to flip the switch. When that moment comes, every country will simultaneously move on to the new financial rails. The installation will go from quiet to very loud as new currencies are announced, and people suddenly become aware that an entirely new system has replaced the old. I say quietly, but now not so quietly. Truth can no longer be contained in the shadows. Prepare to witness the dawn as the quantum financial system reveals itself in every nation, fulfilling the promise that no country and no person will be left behind in this great awakening. Tokenization of everything, a galactic perspective. Now, let us speak of a term you may have heard. Tokenization. In your technological circles, it is said that tokenization of everything is coming. What does this mean? And why is it important for the new financial system? Let me translate this into spiritual terms for you as requested. Tokenization is essentially the process of representing every asset or item of value as a digital token on a blockchain. A transparent ledger, but from a higher perspective, think of it this way. Everything is energy. Every object, every resource, every creation carries a unique vibrational signature, a unit of divine energy. In the old paradigm, the value of things was obscured and manipulated. Paper money and complex regulations served to disconnect you from the true energetic value of goods and services. But in the new paradigm, value becomes transparent and one with the energy of creation. Tokenization is the earthly technological mirror of a cosmic truth. All is one, yet each expression of the one has unique value. By tokenizing assets, whether it be gold, land, a work of art, a contract, or even one's personal data or creative output, you are encoding the true value of that asset onto an incorruptible ledger of light. In starseed terminology, imagine a giant, crystalline web of light, very much like Indra's net or the cosmic Ozic record, where each jewel on the net represents an item or value, and its light frequency attests to its truth and uniqueness. This is what your advanced blockchain technology really is at an esoteric level. A physical plane reflection of the Ozic record, storing actions and value in a way that cannot be lied about. Tokenization of everything means that every form of value in your society, every resource will be assigned a token, a digital representation that is secured by this quantum light ledger.